A mighty evil is waging war across the cosmos. A nihilist has emerged from the depths of the negative zone to claim the entire universe as his own. Chaos and destruction reign. Now his sights fall onto Earth itself.
Welcome to Between the Joysticks. Press start and then we're off. Nick and John, they've got the sauce. Breaking news and some hot takes. Even if there's some mistakes, Nick is captaining the ship, while John gives thoughts straight from the hip. But when their powers combine, we're all in for a hell of a time. Between the Joysticks, it's the best. Up to 6 things they will address. Tell all your friends and settle in. Between the Joysticks now begins.
Hello there, and welcome to episode 159 of the video game podcast Between the Joysticks. I'm your host, Nick, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, John. On this episode, last week you heard us talk about the Game Awards nominations. Now we get into the good stuff, the world premieres. What does Geoff have in store for us for gaming's biggest night? We'll let John and I get you hyped for it as we predict all the world premieres that will be there. We will also be revisiting our top 10 PS5 games, and I will be reviewing and giving my impressions of Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which just released last week. All that and much more on this episode. What do you got?
You got your podcast voice going today, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that was very, very.
Trying.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I can keep up and match that today, but I'll do my best.
Okay. Well, let's get into it. A little bit of a time crunch on this episode, but we're going to touch on everything for sure. But how are you feeling? We're on the eve. We're 2 days away from gaming's biggest night.
Yeah, now it is. Yep, you're right. Yeah.
How are you feeling? Because we're going to treat this show as like your pregame, right? You're getting ready. You're getting excited.
I got my red Solo cup right in my hand right now.
What is your hype level going into it? You love scoring things out of 10.
Yeah.
1 out of 10, 1 through 10. How are you feeling going into the Game Awards this year?
Middle tier. I mean, I'm at like a 7.
Okay.
I think that's first off a safe place to be because unless if they're just straight up going like, yep, Naughty Dog's next game's here and we don't know what it is yet, and hey, guess what? We're probably getting something from FromSoft and we don't know what it is yet. Like that's where I'll let myself get a little crazy, but. For now, I think that like every single year, the Game Awards have been getting better and better and better and better. There's more money getting dumped into this thing, which is both good and bad. But I think it's safe to say that the industry, it's been this way for a couple of years now. But longtime video game enthusiasts know that early Game Awards did not have the feel that it does now. And so, getting to this point where everybody seems to be bought in, E3 is being far in the past. It's a good place to pimp yourself out and Keighley's getting better every year at it, so I think it'll be a good show, but at the same time I don't expect the Bloodborne 2s and the things like that would really shoot me over the moon, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling ready to have a nice little early Christmas present.
Right, and I feel that way. And then I remember last year it ending on Intergalactic and how amazing that was. Like that just is a moment, and Elden Ring Night Rain being there, and I'm sure as long as we can get a couple of those, along with some of, as we'll get into, kind of the things we hope to see, like we really want to see. I know we're gonna have our predictions, but we also have like personal wants to be here. And, if just a couple of those can hit, I mean, it can be really fun. And as we said, I think just as a celebration of video games as a whole, our guy, the flute guy, is going to be there already. Pedro
Eustache.
Yeah, he's already confirmed to be there. So, and Evanescence is performing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess
Amy Lee is cool.
They did the theme song for the Devil May Cry anime, so they're going to be performing that.
Okay.
And it's just a crazy fun night, and you just never know what's going to happen.
Who is it that did Halsey, right?
Yes.
She did the Diablo thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So they've Right. Yeah.
Okay. Well, before we get into the show, let's go right to like a very exciting thing to talk about right off the bat here. What is it going to end on? You know, at the end of the show, Geoff Keighley likes to do his one more thing, which was Intergalactic last year. What does he got? What could he end on here?
I think my realistic answer is going to be what I think that statue was referencing, which is the next project. And this goes into our predictions here a little bit, but I'll go into it right now. Is I do think that statue is Larian's next game. And I think that game is Divinity 3, which might on the surface not seem like the type of game you end a show on. But if you follow Larian's track record and, you know, Baldur's Gate 3 being what it is, Divinity 1 and 2 both being plus 90 games, you know, this is they're ready to bask in the sun and, you know, establish themselves as like one of those developers that just everybody knows in this industry. So I think that would be a very, you know, if you showcase their next game, you know, have the answer to that statue tease, I think that could be something to end on. If I'm going more pie in the sky, there's been a crazy amount of not hype, but just smoke about Half-Life 3, and that just would be the wildest mic drop of all time.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, talking about, Larian, obviously, as with Intergalactic last year, you know, he said, you know, history at the Game Awards, Game of the Year winner studio. Larian fits that bill to a T, right? Yeah. Baldur's Gate 3 being a Game of the Year winner. So, they're out there. Sven, the lead of that studio, is out there saying it's not. But
oh, really?
Yeah.
When did that come out?
Minutes ago, like today.
Oh shit. Okay.
But I don't believe you.
Just wait for the podcast to bring me down, to burn me.
Yeah. There aren't currently any plans for a new Divinity Original Sin 3 game, but once we are ready to show what we've been working on, we will. I don't believe you.
Yeah, what was it? What was the show when Resident Evil got like, yeah, it's not here, and then they ended? Was that the Summer Games Fest?
That sounds right.
Yeah, where they're like, it's not here, and then it just came up at the end. So, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
But it's funny you mentioned Half-Life 3. That kind of heated up a couple weeks ago to where I was gonna bring it to the intro of the show, but that's kind of cooled off now.
Yeah.
Are you feeling good about?
No, I don't think anybody has in their right mind should ever feel good about Half-Life 3 being announced. No. But like, if there we've made this point on the show. If there was a time to do it, now is the time. I mean, I expect the Steam box. Is it called the Steam box?
Steam Machine.
Steam Machine. I expect the Steam Machine to have a presence here. You know, potentially a price, something along those lines. If it is, I mean, you got as many eyeballs on you as you possibly ever will. Why not? Say something about it. You know, even if it's some dumb sort of like nebulous, like dude's wearing a 3 T-shirt. You know, like here comes Gabe Newell. Right. He's wearing a 3 on his shirt, and then lets everybody freak out for the next couple weeks until they confirm it or something. I don't know. Something
Gabe
like
Newell
that.
came on stage, that crowd would go crazy.
Yeah.
Which Half-Life 3 would be worthy of. I would think for him to come out. That's.
And then I want him to troll everybody, and it's actually Portal 3 because that would be better for me. But
hey, I told you if they do Half-Life 3, if it's here, they tease that the character uses a portal gun.
Yeah, no, I think that's a sick bet. Got the tech, why not?
Okay, all right, yeah, I'm with you. I think those are two great bets to place here. If you had Vegas odds, but I'll also throw in Final Fantasy VII, the final game in that remake trilogy.
Yep,
that's also up there to be there. Keighley has had their previous games. Rebirth was announced at a Keighley event, so it's possible.
So everybody who said that statue thing, so I'm going back to the statue thing real quick, did anybody at Bethesda negate that it's them?
I mean, they said it's not Elder Scrolls 6.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Like, could be like, again, maybe it is time, but I doubt it. So
as much as you can trust people, and as much as you can trust what they're saying, like, is if the game's not called Divinity Original Sin 3, if it's called Divinity whatever, they
all right, exactly. It's a prequel.
Semantics.
Yeah, right.
So, I'm really excited to what he's going to end the show on, because I at least there's so many known quantities out there. At least that final game should be an unknown.
What about
not announced?
What about Knack 3?
Yes, not Knack 3.
Donkey would be happy.
All right, unless you got something, we can get into the show.
Let's do it.
All right, this is how the show works. John and I can both bring up to 3 things to talk about for a total of 6 things. It can be a video game we're playing. It can be a news item. It can be a topic. It can be an email from you, the listener. That email address is betweenthejoysticks@gmail.com. Our Twitter account is @joystickspod, and you can watch us or follow us on YouTube. That YouTube page is @betweenthejoysticks. Any of those things, we can bring it and we can talk about it. And our first topic is definitely the Game Awards.
Let's just keep talking.
And the world premieres. Yeah, we're just going to continue our conversation. But I did want to start with what is confirmed to be there and kind of get your thoughts if anything stands out here. There's definitely a couple things here that I would like to talk about.
Sure.
But so far, confirmed for the Game Awards is Resident Evil Requiem, Phantom Blade Zero, Tomb Raider, Exodus, Lego Batman, and Saros is going to be there. Do you have anything you want to add to any of those things? Is there anything? I know you're excited for Saros.
Yeah, I mean, Saros is awesome. I don't need to see any more of it, but I'll be happy to watch a little bit of gameplay, maybe see a boss fight or something along those lines. You're gonna I have the memory of a goldfish, Nick. I smoke too much, so Exodus, right? Okay, that's one of them. Exodus, I am actually excited to see what that project's going to be like. Obviously, with Matthew McConaughey attached to it is kind of a cool thing, and
that's right.
We haven't seen a ton of.
You have the memory of a goldfish, but remember that Matthew McConaughey came out to pimp that game.
Sexy man. What can I say? Got a great voice.
Oh my god.
So I'd be excited to see, like, is that going to be more Mass Effect, or is that going to be a little more actiony or something along those lines? Kind of wondering exactly what that game's going to be. I remember there was a really cool thing with the villains, or like the space, the alien entities that were kind of coming for that situation. So
right.
Excited to see that one. I couldn't give a shit about Tomb Raider. That just is what it is.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, I don't care. I've never cared about those stories. Like, the reason that Uncharted elevates itself beyond what it is because the stories and the characters are really good. Lara Croft, I don't care about.
Did you play any of the most recent trilogy?
I played 2013,
Okay.
And I tried Rise, and it didn't click with me, and I never even tried Shadow.
Okay. Fair enough.
So, like, I know it's a legendary franchise, but, like, it's not a story that I need any type of expansion on, and as a game, the gameplay, like, it's good. It's a good franchise. I just gotta cut some things in my elder years.
Fine.
And what were the other ones?
Phantom Blade Zero and the Lego Batman game and Requiem.
Yeah, we can skip all those. Like,
Okay.
I'm excited for Requiem. It's gonna be dope. But
Yeah, don't you want the Leon confirmation for reals?
I already got it, buddy. I already got that confirmation.
Yeah, the PlayStation Store leaked that Leon will be in Resident Evil Requiem. So by accidentally updating the art, the key art to the game, which has a very gruff-looking Leon in the background.
To which I kind of remarked to Nick earlier. It's just like, why even put him in the key art? Like, it's the thing like the movie posters where it's like, we got to put every single character on this poster. It's like, or you could just leave some things to.
I understand. He's arguably the most popular character.
It brings
the most
people
popular
in.
game, and yeah, it's just the selling point at that there. But I'm excited to see Requiem. I mean, I would love to see more than a brief story trailer. I'd actually like to see what Raccoon City looks like at some point here, other than that initial trailer.
Do we get that weird? Is there going to be any sort of like, it actually kind of is open world tease?
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I want to see. I want to see what, outside of what we've seen, like the hotel room and the indoor police station that we saw, or very similar look to the police station. We haven't really seen much there outside of those iconic places that have been in other Resident Evil games. But yeah, I'm excited for Tomb Raider. I enjoyed that most recent trilogy. It is no Uncharted, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But it's that trilogy finished. That lore is done. They're obviously ramping up. Amazon wants to do this Lara Croft TV show. It'd be interesting. I'm just interested to see where they're going to take that character now. Is it going to be a continuation of that character in the original trilogy? Is this going to be a reboot of some kind of the more iconic dual wielding
triangles? Come on, just say it.
Yeah, triangle boobs.
Just say it.
Yeah, I really want them to go back to triangle boobs, Laura. And I mean, there's been a lot of traction in that franchise just from them remaking all the games, or re-releasing all the games.
Yeah.
But yeah, Exodus as well is another one that I would like to see a little more story and characters and what an actual mission or gameplay looks like in that game. How close to Mass Effect is it?
Is that being made by anybody we?
It's a
It's a new
Texas studio.
Archetype Entertainment. Okay, veterans from BioWare. Okay, got it.
Yeah. And then obviously, we're as fans of Returnal, very excited to just see more Ceros.
Oh yeah.
I won't complain about that. So, yeah,
That could even be like a show opener type of thing.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And this list of games so far is pretty solid. I mean, as far as like the lead-ins, there's not any like, we were back and forth, not on the show, talking about this stupid Genshin Impact and you're going to win player's voice again. At least there's not games like that in here, even though they will be there.
Oh, I was about to correct you, Nick. Like, let's slow your roll.
The Hoyoverse
Yes.
will be prominent at the Game Awards. But
Too much money to be made.
But yeah, I think this has got to be one of the more stronger lead-ins to the Game Awards as far as teases or what we know is going to be there. But do you want to go into the rumored to be there?
Yeah. Do it.
All right. We got Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. Okay. And then the big rumor, as we talked about very briefly on the last episode, was Star Wars will be here. And from all the insiders, it sounds like KOTOR 2, Knights of the Old Republic 2. Not Knights of the Old Republic 1, not that one that was teased at that PlayStation Showcase years ago that seems to be gone, non-existent, vaporware. But KOTOR 2 of all games will show up here, and
that's dumb. That's just dumb. Like, and it's not a commentary on my feelings on Star Wars or anything. It's literally just like, we're gonna announce a remake of this really beloved, narrative-heavy first game in this series. Oh no, it's gone. It's canceled. Not less a year later. We're gonna just do the second one. It's crazy. And I mean, there are articles. I don't think KOTOR 1 is dead. It still says like there's potentially it's still going. I know. You can save it.
I'll believe it when it returns.
But it's just like, I don't know. I would almost be, if it is in development, that's cool. But I don't know. I just feel like you've got some splaining to do. It doesn't make sense.
I mean, obviously, if they'll have to say it's a different studio entirely. Which is what it sounds like.
What if they remade Mass Effect 3 and just like, we're not doing 2? Like, whatever. We're just gonna do 3. 3 is a great game. People like 3, except for some people with the ending.
We we know one person who's played both games and he said they were connected, but I personally don't know how connected
not even
they
the
are.
Connectedness. It's just like KOTOR 1, and maybe I'm out of the loop here, is like regarded as some people's like favorite fucking game.
Yeah.
And I've never heard anybody say like anything about KOTOR 2.
Right.
I don't know. Could just be anecdotal. I don't know.
Sure. And yeah, and I mean, like we've talked about on the show, game development is a spicy business, and games getting made at all is a miracle. And it just sounds like if they greenlit both of these around the same time, maybe just KOTOR 1 and just they weren't planning on this to be the case. But again, rumor. Yeah. We'll know more. We can talk more about it when it's officially revealed, if it is. But yeah, that's the two big rumors. No love for Black Flag.
I'm actually kind of interested. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm buying it or playing it or anything, but like if there was an Assassin's Creed game that I would like to go back and play, it'd be Black Flag. It's just people seem to really like it.
Yeah.
You're
a pirate.
Pirates are cool. I got to admit, I probably am not the biggest fan of like the ship combat type stuff. Ship combat's never been a big thing for me. I know that's really heavy in that one, so it might not be the move, but it's something I'll side eye it from afar.
Yeah, I'm more. I mean, there's another. It's not rumored to be here, but that Prince of Persia. I'm much more interested in that remake than this Black Flag remake. And I never played Black Flag, and I still can't be bothered.
Yeah, I mean,
I think I'd rather go play Shadows than
the Assassin's Creed franchise is. It's been in a weird place.
Yeah,
not a lot of momentum with that one.
No, and I mean, Shadows was kind of positively received and secretly kind of one of the better sellers earlier in the year. But yeah, you're right. It's Ubisoft, and Ubisoft is in trouble.
Yeah.
So everything, but that's really all I got. So we can get into like predictions here, If you want to, I saw John revealed his list to me earlier, so I know what he's got.
And we didn't know if we were going to record today. We had some late evening snafus, so I just wanted to at least talk with my buddy about some games.
So what do you? I'll let you go first.
Yeah, we're gonna get this really quick one out of the way because I don't think we need to talk about it very much, but I very much hope it's here, and I think it will be. It's just give me that console release date for Hades 2. I need it. I want it. It's getting nominated for Game of the Year. It's came out on Switch in October. I feel like we're getting close to a point where we can at least say when it's coming to PlayStation and whatnot.
Yeah. The only issue is it's not like it's not like a big deal, right? It's not worthy of taking up time at the Game Awards. If it was leading to the release on Switch and all that, sure. That cool trailer we got earlier in September or whatever, but
what if it's shadow dropped?
Then that's much different.
Is
yes.
that possible?
I think that's the only way it's here is if it's shadow dropped.
Well, I want it, and I'll be mad if it's not there.
Me too, man. I have it on my
Keighley, I'm coming for you.
My personal my personal bingo board it would be Hades 2 date.
Okay. Some of us believe. I mean, it is the season of believing, Nick. I'm going to get my presents this year. You might not.
Okay. My first prediction, that NVIDIA leak. We've talked about this game before. It's time. NetherRealm. I know they're having some fun with this Warner Brothers stuff. But it's time for them to go back to Injustice 3, Gods Will Fall, which was verbatim in the NVIDIA leak, which has pretty much confirmed 90% of the games in that leak at this point now, including this year's Final Fantasy Tactics remake was on there. That I think that it's time for us to see evil Superman again.
That's a really good pick. I like that pick.
Okay.
I think there is a small chance that we've gone so far into the NVIDIA leak that the things that haven't come out now are just not something happened. it is possible, right? That when that leak came out that these were all in development and things fall apart and could even be, as you mentioned, they're because I'm sure they knew they were going to get purchased not just last week, right? Maybe so they pause a little bit, but I do like that pick. That's a good one. I
mean, yeah, to your point, since that NVIDIA leak, they've released and supported Mortal Kombat 1. So, there's always that chance, but I think DC as just a property's on the way up, with Superman earlier this year, Supergirl next year, that I think it would be a smart move to have a game out next year.
Sure.
And it's time. It's been long enough.
All right, let's see where to go. We're gonna go with I'm gonna say Remedy's gonna have a good little day on Thursday, and
this seems very likely.
Yeah, and we know that they're doing the Max Payne remakes. I think we can see those, but also I think the crown jewel, they might even do both, is finally get to see Control 2, which is gonna be a game that I'm going to be weirdly pumped for. Control is so awesome. Control, it struck the right balance of weirdness, but with really fun, fast-paced gameplay, which is, as our listeners know, is really important to me. And I fully expect it to be kind of better than the first one. Remedy seems like a team that just improves on what they do. Alan Wake 2 is a great example. And so I expect that game, when it is shown, to be dope, and I think it's time.
Yeah, it was definitely teased in the final Alan Wake 2 DLC, the Old House. It's time, and even the brief teaser for that game that was in that DLC, it gave me goosebumps. So that is a game on my personal bingo board as well.
Hey, how do you say? Do you guys say goosebumps in Oceania? Let us know. Is it goose pimples? Is it something else?
It's got some other weird term for the bumps that get on your arm.
Yeah, I guess maybe we should explain what that. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think that's very likely, again, another studio that has very, very big ties to the Game Awards. What's his name? What's the studio lead there?
Sam Lake.
Yeah, Sam Lake, who presented an award last year, did the big dance number 2 years ago at the Game Awards.
Kind of in a way just he's just European Jeff. He's like European Keighley. They kind of look like they could be like cousins.
Yeah. But yeah, very likely on that. My next prediction is a return for a game that was revealed at the Game Awards and has not been seen since, and that's Marvel's Blade. From
Hope.
what's up?
I was just saying, you got I hope a little hopium here.
Yeah. It's Leon, but what the fuck is the
Arcane.
studio? Arcane, yes. Arcane Leon, not to be confused with the Arcane studio that got shut down 2 years ago. This studio is the one that does Dishonored. They announced Blade with a snazzy CG trailer, but it's time to actually see more of this game. And
there's a couple big superhero franchises lingering in the wind right now, right? We still got that 1942 Black Panther game.
The
We got
Hydra game.
that Iron Man Motive game that was,
I don't
I know
think that's coming.
I mean maybe not, but it'd be a big drop if one of those things pop back up, and Blade would be the one that I'd want to see out of all those the most. So
Yeah, it seems to be the one project that seems real.
yeah.
They at least got a trailer. I mean, we've seen a decent amount of Rise of Hydra, but that game seems to be also in some kind of weird development hell.
Yeah.
But Blade, I think it's time for another revisit to get that game back on our radar, and hopefully, please.
Well, you got to believe. Santa will bring it to you.
On my birthday.
What would on my birthday? Well, Nick, what would a Game Awards show be without Geoff Keighley's best friend showing up? His brother in arms, his man from across the sea, Hideo Kojima, and Geoff Keighley love each other. And
oh man,
so we're gonna see some OD. I think it's time to whatever the fuck that thing's gonna be. Kojima has kind of been talking about it a little bit recently. He doesn't ever stop talking about his stuff, but I think it's going to be a smaller project. A little bit of the mocap was obviously done with the trailer that was shown. So, I could see that being a thing that's like, okay, we finished it, because they got to start and work on Fizzant here at some point. Like, they got to, switch over to that. So I think we can get some OD info, and I wouldn't even be surprised to see a date, honestly. I think this is one where we kind of just see it. Again, it's going to be a smaller experience. I don't think this thing will be more than 4 to 5 hours long. And so we can see that.
I'm gonna do crazy. I'm gonna counter predict you on that Kojima's not there at all.
No, you can't counter predict that somebody's just not there. All right, I predict that Donald Trump is not there.
Hey, this is a little different, all right?
That's fair.
It's a little different. I just
All right, is that a pop bet, Nick?
Okay. Sure.
That's a pop bet.
Sure.
It's a pop bet.
We'll lock that pop bet in.
What if OD's there but Kojima's not? Who wins?
I'll let you win if OD is there.
Okay.
I'm saying OD's not there at all. We saw it at the 10th anniversary of Kojima Productions.
So?
And I feel
this motherfucker had a podcast announcement.
Oh, I know.
Remember that?
I know. But I think we're and I guess all right, I'll revise my counter prediction that if Death Stranding wins anything, which I don't feel like it is, okay, then he's on stage, but he's not out there pimping anything.
Okay.
That is.
I'll take that. If he's there and he's not, I will not claim victory. A lot of caveats in this.
All right. My next prediction is Star Wars related, but not KOTOR 2. It's another trilogy that needs to get its final game announcement, and that is the Electronic Arts Jedi series from I'm just blanking on all the names. Respawn, thank you. The timetable between Survivor and Fallen Order was like just over 3 years between release. That I think that it's time to just announce that game's coming as well.
Good pull with getting the time frame from the first to the second. I still feel like we're a little early. I know the math checks out, but
yeah, that was last year.
Yeah, it was 2023.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm back in.
It was April 2023. I looked it up just to make sure. But yeah, I think there's a ton of Star Wars stuff spinning up right now, and not that is any reason to not have more of it, but
and you need to get it out before this private deal goes through.
Yeah. Well, you got a lot of work.
I have a feeling EA will not be doing licensed games anymore after that.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, so I don't know. It's a good prediction. I think we're still a little bit away from it.
Yeah, and I mean maybe it's time for that the XCOM game to come out.
Yeah,
I think more about that. The XCOM Star Wars game.
Is that Rogue? It's not like Rogue Company, is it? I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like it's got like a generic, video gamey subtitle. All right, where to go? How many more do you got? Because I'm sure I have more than you, like I usually do.
Well, we really only talked about my last one, which was the Final Fantasy 7, the final game in that remake trilogy. That was my last one. But we already talked about it.
So you don't have any more?
That's it.
Okay.
That's it for me.
All right, real quick, rapid fire, John nonsense.
Okay.
So, like I
I
said,
will judge everyone.
I think that.
I take that back. I have one more.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna say we're just gonna lump these two together.
Shotgun me. Here you go.
Forza Horizon 6 trailer, Japan.
Okay. Yeah. That.
And then and then this one, it's got Fable. Where is it? We got to see it at some point.
So the tricky thing with Microsoft is every January they do that developer direct.
Yeah,
and I imagine a lot of their games will show up there.
Yeah, and Fable would be a good one for that.
Yeah,
because that developer direct is sneakily awesome.
Yeah,
I will say, like the last couple of years they've done that. It's like, oh, this is some quality stuff.
Earlier this year it was Doom, Claire. Ninja Gaiden was announced
South
there.
Of Midnight.
Ninja Gaiden 4, South of Midnight. Yeah, so yeah, they did a good job.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I'm still going with it. It's. I would argue out of all of those games that they've ever done in the developer direct, and maybe you can pull this off and contradict me immediately, but Fable will be bigger than all of those. Like where maybe they don't want to,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just never played a Fable game. I just know the people who love them are crazy about them. You're a Fable 2 guy, right?
Yeah, Fable 2 is amazing. I played all of them.
Yeah.
But it would be great for because I think we did that segment where you listed off Xbox games, and I think we were like, is it coming out still or not?
Yeah.
And I said it's coming out with Fable. I'd feel so much better if it shows up anywhere, either the Game Awards or the Developer Direct, especially now with this Forza Horizon 6 announcement. That means Playground Games is doing Fable and Forza Horizon 6, which is a lot.
Yeah. I would imagine they got the Horizon series pretty buttoned up, though.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right, who's working on the cars? Who's got the locations? All right, bump that shit out.
Yeah.
Makes it seem so easy. All right, what's your last one, bud?
All right. This is again on my personal bingo board. Judas is back. But this is the only way they can show up. Otherwise, I'll be mad. It has to be attached with the release date.
Yeah, if it shows up again without,
Why don't you?
What about a window?
You can go take that. You can take that May 26th release date that Grand Theft Auto 6 vacated.
Be a great spot for it.
I think it's time. I mean, that game was shown 2 years ago at the Game Awards. 3 years ago.
They've been working on it for 12 years.
Yeah.
When did Ghost Story Games? Is that what it is?
I mean, not long after.
They were established. Okay, they were established in 2017, so it's been about 8 years, hypothetically, that they've been spinning this thing up. So, yeah.
So, here's hoping.
Shit or get off the pot, Ken. All right. I'm modifying one that I showed you where I think we see the price of the Steam Machine, and I was like originally like, oh, we're gonna get some Nebulous 3 tees or something. I bet they just show Gabe Newell in the crowd and he's wearing a 3 shirt. Like that's what it's going to be, and then people get to speculate and lose their minds forever.
Well, here's the thing: if for whatever reason Half-Life 3 is here, it would be interesting. It might if those two things lined up, right? The Steam Machine release date with the release date of this game. If they do that, if they're bold enough, maybe that's a way it happens. I don't think you're going to get a price for the Steam Machine, though. No.
Yeah, you're right. That doesn't make sense to do at an award show.
Because it's not going to be Happy News.
No, you're right. That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah.
But release date, I
retract my admission, and I supplement it with a new Crash Team Racing game, because that sounds more fun. It's just, I'm throwing darts at a board, boys. There's no reason for this one. It's just simply like...
More kart racers.
Yeah, it just, Mario Kart World came out this year. I'm sure everybody knew that Mario Kart
Kirby
World was...
Riders, and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds.
Right, so it's like, okay, well, let's...
We need more.
Let's get the other one that people know and think of very fondly, that's only had one iteration besides the remake in its franchise. So, we could use a new Crash Team Racing, because quite honestly, Crash Team Racing is the best racing car racer there is.
Crash and Keighley are have been on a lot of reveals, so that's not too far fetched.
Yeah, and that's all I got, with the exception that yes, I did have the Divinity 3 statue thing written down. If that does turn out to be the case, fuck you, Sven, you're a liar.
It's very likely.
Yeah, it's possible.
It ticks all those boxes.
But yeah, I mean, as always with all this stuff, like, I would love to see Nier Automata 2 and Bloodborne 2 and Neon White 2. Neon White 2 could be like a potential one that would be there, but like, I try not to have my personal bingo boards go onto these because like it just, with the exception of Hades 2 release date, I guess. But, either way, it's going to be great. Always is.
Yeah, and again,
maybe not great, but it's always good.
In a couple of days, we'll know. We'll be on the other side, and we'll know everything.
Hades 2 was shown off at the Game Awards 2 years ago, right? That was the one. It's funny. I think it was 3 years ago. Was it really? God damn.
It was the first year we did this show, so yes, 3 years ago.
Because we were mad that we weren't on the phone.
Yeah, because it was Hades 2 into Judas.
Stupid.
It was one of the wildest, like, and that was immediately after the 20-minute Christopher Judge speech. So.
Oh yeah.
So that was a wild, like, 30 minutes of the Game Awards.
Yeah, we always talk about finding those reveals that truly get you, or like get your brain short circuited a little bit, and that's what happened to me. I was like, wait, that's music, Hades music. Yeah. So I want those. Those are the fun ones.
Yes.
If I see for some reason a little 2B show up on a screen, my eyes light up. All right. Cool.
Okay. All right. We can move on to our next topic. So on this show, we do our top 10 PS5 games. John and I, we primarily game on a PlayStation 5, so that's kind of why the category is named what it is. But this is our definitive list of the 10 games you should get if you have a PlayStation 5. And we haven't revisited this list in a year now. So
it's harder to crack, man. It's harder to get on this list.
I have a feeling that's going to be the same same thing now. But in no particular order, these are our top 10 games: God of War Ragnarok, Hades, Astrobot, Elden Ring, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Dave the Diver, Cyberpunk 2077, Returnal, and Neon White. And I'm gonna go to you first because I
there's one.
There's one.
All right.
And is it enough?
I think that the game I'm about to bring up is the fifth best game on this list out of all these games. So obviously, Hollow Knight Silksong is.
Can you just answer one question?
Yeah. Why haven't I beaten it?
Why haven't you gotten the true ending?
It's a great question. I don't know. I don't know.
It is one of the most mind-blowing things.
Yeah, I've let too much time lapse now.
Yes.
Where I can't you track me every once in a while. I booted up Silksong the other day and I started a brand new playthrough. That's where I'm at this point. Like if I do it, which I will do it. There's a part of me too that's like, they're talking about adding DLC to this and like, is there a Pantheon type challenge to it? Unfortunately, even if there is, it wouldn't compute into the platinum, so like that drive is not as strong. But yeah, it's a black mark for sure. I will absolutely adhere to that. However, I have in full confidence played enough and seen enough to understand what it is and how good it is. And personally, I know this is always the hard thing with these lists when we did our top 50 games of all time. It's like, okay, how do we evaluate games that you aren't really into and I'm super into, right?
Yep.
It's better than it's better than every game on this list besides Ragnarok, Hades, Astrobot, and Elden Ring for me.
Yes. Yeah.
So, I would easily kick off Dave the Diver. I would easily kick off Neon White. And I think even a game like Spider-Man 2 is interesting because, like, I had never have any urge to go back and play that. I don't think I ever will again want to go back and play that. I think it's on the list as a kind of example of a really, really, really fun, good open world game where it's just like it satisfies a really large portion of what you would recommend to somebody if they were to pick up a new console.
Yes.
But
it's a very good showcase for the PlayStation 5.
Yeah. So it's like, I guess my challenge to you would be Dave.
I gotta defend?
Well, it's just, it would be Dave the Diver and Neon White. I think that those are like kind of the games where, can we really recommend to somebody when they're getting a PlayStation 5? It's like, no, Neon White is one of the 10. It's like, it is really good. But like Hollow Knight, notorious for its difficulty, and so that will turn some people off. But just as a total package, everything that game brings is so special. Whereas Neon White is just really fun to play, and it's got a crap story with an art style that's very simple. And I could.
How dare you? I want that platinum back.
Go get it. Go get the platinum, buddy. Where
I want to take yours away.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah. But, I mean, if I'm being honest, I would personally kick off Dave the Diver or Spider-Man 2. I would leave Neon White on. I'm just trying to find an avenue for you to
all right. Well,
what
do you feel in the strongest the remove? I don't
personally it's Dave the Diver or Spider-Man 2.
Because the problem is I don't play this, it is very hard for you me to combat this game. Obviously, I can tell it's reviewed higher than Neon White and Dave the Diver, but
yeah,
I don't know. You tell me. Yeah, and I'm with you. Spider-Man 2 has always been this weird game. It's this game we punished. We just burnt right through it. Right, like 2 weeks after it was out, we were done with it. Both of us. Yep. Platinum, gone. An incredible game, but yeah, it is always this. Like you said, it's not.
Well, see, and this is where it gets tough. Like, I almost feel like I need you to tell me what game do I need to target more, because for me, Spider-Man 2 is my least favorite game on this list. Maybe Rebirth, but that's staying. So I would kick that up, but I think it'd be an easier convincing argument for you to try and can we remove Neon White potentially? Because I think you would rather keep Spider-Man than Neon White. I don't know. You've also never beaten Neon White. So if we're talking about games we've never beaten.
That's true.
So
I have a really good idea about Neon White, though. I don't know. I mean, even I know we love Hades so much, but we know a sequel's coming.
I mean, that's a weird thing. I could see I potentially think Silksong's better than Hades. I think it's that good. Unfortunately,
all right.
It is that good. It's just, it's not super approachable, but that's how I feel about it. So I guess kind of it almost is Uno reverse card, Nick. What is your bottom three of this list right now?
I'm with you. Spider-Man 2, Dave the Diver. Yeah, you're right. It's
those
Neon,
three.
It's Neon White, and then probably Returnal is the next one after those.
Yeah, then you got the Returnal Rebirth tier, and then I think the 5 untouchables at this point are Ragnarok, Hades, Astrobot, Elden Rings, I think, and Cyberpunk. I know You're not letting me get rid of that at all.
No, it's my favorite game on the console. So
yeah, 100%. So I mean, it's just kind of the question for me. Silksong easily trumps all three of those, so I don't know how to balance that with you. I'm
fine if we want to get rid of Spider-Man 2. That's fine.
All right,
we'll put Wolverine on there next year anyway.
Hey. All right, I agree.
All right,
I concur.
All right, so we'll swap Silksong for Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, Team Cherry.
Crazy.
I know. The game's so good. Maybe I don't know. I gotta get the true ending.
So obviously we're not gonna say. I mean, we both played Ghost of Yotei.
It's really good, but no, not top 10 worthy.
Right, and I'm not gonna push as much as I like Claire and I like Death Stranding 2. I don't feel like.
Okay, but what about your other 10 of the year? Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you played Indiana Jones. Is it enough?
It's not sponge-worthy to me, but it's Seinfeld jokes. But it's really good. But I don't think I can, in good conscience, kick off. Indie games are more my jam. So Dave the Diver and Neon White just hit harder for me. But I'd listen to an argument if you're feeling strong enough. But I don't know if it'd be hard to get me there. Is kind of where I'm at.
No, I think I'm fine.
Okay.
I think I'm fine.
It's it was a fantastic adventure, but if it had a little more robust combat system, which feels, I always hate beating up a game for the thing that it's known to be beat up on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or it's combat is, but that is kind of the thing about it. So
and as you said, it's top 10 PS5 games. We've been doing this for years now. It is very hard to get games in here unless they're really, really big standouts. And
Yeah, I mean we're at GOTY standpoint. I mean, spoilers, guys. It's not set in stone, but Silk Song's probably my game of the
at
year.
least you're top 3.
Yeah, I mean easily. So like we're at that level where it's like unless if you can really confidently say like it's competing for your game of the year, it's like it's probably not touching it.
I mean, Indiana Jones is for sure. But yeah, no, I would much. Indiana Jones has the caveat of you really have to like Indiana Jones. So, and it is a good game, but I think if you don't love that character, you're not going to have the same effect. Nostalgia is a powerful drug on that one.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm fine.
Something that's interesting that I thought of too is like, okay, so we have Hades on here, right, which came out on PS4 first. Could I potentially have Hollow Knight 1 on here instead? I don't know. Let's get both. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I think it is the one caveat of this list is it has kind of been going with us in the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean we could go very old games, yeah, PS4 games, but I don't think.
Well, it's got to be on PS. It's got to be on PS5. But
right. So no, I don't. I really don't think I have
Final
anything
Fantasy
else.
VII, the original.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, a lot of good games this year, but I'm not on the level of these games.
Yeah.
And like you said, it is very hard to argue against. I can't argue against Elden Ring.
Yeah. I mean, that's my Cyberpunk. So no.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the other games of this year, just to kind of make sure we're doing our due diligence, the Hall of Fame on OpenCritic, Split Fiction at a 91. What the hell is Shimogo Legacy Collection? That just came out. That's at a 90, whatever that is. Blueprints you played. Obviously, I don't think that's making it. So, yeah, I mean, short of something that just really struck us this year, like a Cosmic Invasion or something, which I don't think really struck either of us.
No. We'll get into that.
Yeah. So, yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Wow, we made one change at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I should have known. So
you should have known.
Get in there.
You should have known.
Just wait till next year, my man. Wait till next year when you got Grand Theft Auto 6 and Wolverine and God knows what else.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I have at least 2 games right
Ceros.
now. I have 2 games that are buffer boys, right? And like as much as I love them, Dave the Diver and Neon White are kind of buffer boys. So where it's like, all right, Grand Theft Auto 6, put it in there now, Nick. I don't care. Like I can't argue against you for that.
No.
And what was the other one? Wolverine.
Yeah.
That can take one of them, and then Ceros hopefully, honestly, takes Returnal's place.
Right.
Hopefully.
And Hades 2, Hades
so
1.
Like we're getting there. But yeah, no, that's good. Adding one, making progress, changing it up.
All right.
Pretty good. 10 games to play.
So yeah, our top 10 PS5 games: God of War Ragnarok, Hades, Astrobot, Elden Ring, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hollow Knight Silk Song, Dave the Diver, Cyberpunk 2077, Returnal, and Neon White.
I did have a thought. Balatro. I love that game so much, but I can't get you to. I just thought of that one.
Oh.
But that's almost like a phone game to me. I've played 1,000 hours on my phone and like 20 on PlayStation maybe.
Okay.
But that's just not what I thought of. I don't know. I couldn't convince you of that, I don't think.
Well, I mean, you'd probably have to like sacrifice like Neon White or something. You'd have to sacrifice a game a little more on in that indie spot and more on that's more your game. But.
Cyberpunk, or I'm quitting the podcast, Nick.
Okay. All right.
All right. See ya.
All right. We can move on to our final topic. The game I forgot to tease. I should have teased last week that I was obviously gonna get Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Mm-hmm. How could I not? Mm-hmm. Again, this has been out there for a while from Tribute Games, the makers of Shredder's Revenge, currently sitting in an 81 on OpenCritic.
Only an 81?
$30 game. This is in the beat 'em up genre, that genre of video game that's been around forever. If you've ever been to an arcade, I'm sure you've played X-Men or Simpsons.
What was your first beat 'em up?
It's probably got to be like Double Dragon or Battletoads or
I think mine was Golden Axe.
Golden Axe, I think that's another one. Yeah, a genre it's been around for a very long time. Not a lot of them come out these days anymore, but
a little bit of a resurgence though. Like if you go to those early, like mid 2000s, you're not seeing any of those.
Right. Yeah, and there's more coming. They just don't kind of have the high enough whatever stature of these games.
It has to be associated with an IP that everybody like, either is like Streets of Rage. Like Streets of Rage is coming back, or like the Turtles. Now
Or Scott Pilgrim versus the World is another prominent one.
That's a good one.
But yeah, they're always sticking around. And again, these are just 2D games where usually 1 to 4 players are on the screen and just beating up enemies per stage, and then leading to a boss fight. And this is no different. Cosmic Invasion's twist is that you get 15 characters and you get to pick 2. So during combat, you can actively switch between the 2 characters. You can also call them in to do assist moves. So basically every character has about 4 moves. They have a jump, dodge, or block, and a punch, and then a special move with triangle, and then a super, screen filling attack, which is done by R1 in this game. And then with your second character, you can either switch to them and just play as them, or you can call them in very briefly to help attack, launch their special attack, and instantly leave here and do all that. And it took me around 2.5 hours to beat.
What?
Yeah, it's not a very long game. My first playthrough with pal of the show, Nick, we soloed it and completed it in one sitting. And then I beat the game again with 3 other players, doing the full 4-player experience, and beat the game again with 4 players. And yeah, the game is okay. It outside of what I just described, there really is no depth to this game. You level up as you play, but the level ups are just more health or more of your focus meter.
No, that's a buy. I always hate it when that happens.
And you do get like a passive, but the passive is negligible here. And really, the game, there's no real difficulty here. I mean, if you're not paying attention or just side eyeing it while you're on your phone, sure, you'll die and have to replay a level. But for the most part, you're just grinding through this without any real issues. So
I gotta admit too, like I've played some beat 'em ups before where the difficulty is high, and I'm like, this sucks. Like beat 'em ups are not a game that I want to struggle with. Like where you're worried about like where like everything's like, no, I just want to kind of go in. It's almost meant to be brute force,
right? And it's when you have a genre where you're on this, it's 2D but 3D, and you can be in different planes on the field. Knowing where a guy is and where you're going to get hit can get very confusing. And then these games can just get chaotic, especially when you're playing 4 players. They're launching all their super screen filling attacks. The enemies are you lose yourself instantly.
It's like when Shredder's Revenge was like, we're adding 6-player mode. It's like, ugh.
Yeah,
ugh.
right. Right. And it's a genre that's always been based on, like arcades and dying and getting coins and spending money. So yeah, it's just fine. I mean, the one positive thing about it is the cosmic part of it, which allows it to use different characters. Like Cosmic Ghost Rider was not a character I would have on my bingo card when this game was announced, or Silver Surfer. So you do get a more diverse Marvel roster with a couple characters that you're not familiar with too much from the MCU and the oversaturation of Marvel that's been around. But all the staples are there. Spider-Man, Captain America, She-Hulk.
Well, I don't know if She-Hulk's a staple, but it's fine.
It's a decent roster. I mean, and fantastically, they have like all the voice actors. So all the X-Men 97 voice actors are in this. So they do a really good job with the voice acting. But
how often during a battle, like a stage, does Wolverine say, "Hey, bub"?
I'm sure quite a bit. I didn't play too much Wolverine, but he's fun to play as. But yeah, even just outside of playing your characters, outside of that, for the most part, you're punching, and then you have this triangle special attack. But there is really no depth. There's no combo system here. You're not juggling, but and maybe there is very light combos if you can call it your guy and your assist guy and knock him in the air and then continue the combo there and call him in again. Sure, but again, it is the flimsiest of depth. There's no like move sheet that you can go through like other games of this ilk. But
So there's no if you hit X and square at the same time or circle and triangle at the same time, it does a different move or anything like that. That's a bummer.
No.
Okay.
No, there's like basically a launcher if you do like jump into the punch.
Yeah.
You can launch enemies in the air, but no, there's no like special moves by combining anything. It's all just pretty much around one button press.
Okay.
The enemies that can block can parry enemies, so you're able to stagger random enemies and bosses if you play the right characters. And and again, it's the genre, right? I don't think beat 'em ups are known to have this incredible depth and of play. It's just kind of like just have fun, sit with your friends or your children, and just knock it out and just have fun with it. With a brainless game.
Who'd you play this one with, Nick?
What's up?
Who'd you play this one with?
What do you mean?
Who was your partner to play through this game with?
Well, my first playthrough was Pal of the Show, Nick.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you said that. That's all.
And then my friends, and then I did play with my significant other as well. We played a little bit. So, it is one of those games that, easy entry,
Sure.
No friction.
2 questions. Would you recommend this game to other people? Is the first question.
I'd say wait for a sale.
Okay. And
that $30 at 2.5 hours is rough.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
And then second question, were you disappointed by this game?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say I'm disappointed.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. Like I said, I was shocked we were that when we were at the ending and you beat the final guy and it's all over. I was like,
what? Yeah, you expect
that was
something
it?
else to happen.
Yeah, I thought either a new bad guy introduced last second and then a couple more stages, not just that's it.
Yeah.
And it has like a little it has unlockables and stuff like that, but it's like color palettes and able to listen to the different music at the menu. And yeah, it's not, again, I think you're going to play this game a couple times and with different people and be done.
Do you think it would have been a better idea to you start their first playthrough, you have 8 characters unlocked, and you just can at least have you can unlock more characters? Would that have made a more engaging experience?
So you do start with 11 and unlock 4.
Oh, okay.
But the game's trailers have already said who everyone is.
Yeah.
They haven't hidden anybody. There's not all of a sudden, oh my god, I'm Thanos.
It's I remember playing the Tony Hawk games back in the day, and you're playing, and then all of a sudden you unlock Spider-Man, and you're like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be. I wish we could go back to some of those days where it's just they don't unveil every character, and all of a sudden one of the characters is just Phil Spencer or something, and
Right.
you just get some nonsense, thing.
And I'm sure they're going to support this. They're going to add more characters to the game, but yeah, I would say, it's reviewing lower than Shredder's Revenge, their previous game. And, I think the sentiment is the same. I think it's just fun for a good weekend, and that's it. And I just don't think that's great for any game really, but definitely not, and I usually don't bring in the price tag into a game.
No, but that time it'd be disingenuous of you not to.
Yeah. So yeah, and there are challenges to each stage. So there's a reason to go back and play as certain characters to get these challenges, which will lead you to more of the unlockables as far as cosmetics and stuff like that. But they're, again, not necessary. And yeah.
All right. What's your score, bitch?
I'm going to give it a 7.
Yeah. It's kind of what I was thinking you were going towards.
Like I said, I enjoyed my time with it, but like I said, it did not say I felt a little hollow after beating it the few times over the past week.
Yeah, well, and I wanted to bring this up last week, Nick, and I have to now, unfortunately for you, is I thought this game was going to cook me in the league. This was, we got to the end of the year, Nick and I, neck and neck the whole year. I thought this game was going to be one of those high 80s, 87s, 88s, 89s. And yeah, coming in at the 81, it didn't sink you because, as we'll probably say here in a second, there was another move that sank you, but it did allow me to breeze on to being 4th-time champion within 5 years.
All right, thanks everyone. That's the end of the show, and
I won the league, everybody.
Yes. We talked about the league earlier, and it seemed like I was poised to give John
Dude, you
a
played the
decent
year
run of his money.
perfectly. You played 11 months of the year perfectly.
And then got really fucked by Mino the Hollower's delay, which forced me to try and scramble to find a replacement. And I chose very poorly on that replacement with a game called Possessors, which was a 72, and it was just insurmountable, even if Cosmic Invasion had come in at a much better score.
Yeah.
It would have been a lot closer.
Well, if it had like an 89, well, I don't know. Yeah, because Octopath Traveler 0, which was my last game, got some points today, so it like would have fucked it with it if like we were super close. But yeah, I felt for you, man. I know you're probably sitting here like, oh, you don't give a shit, fuck you. But like when Mina got delayed, was like, oh my gosh, how did that happen? And then the Possessors thing, because you did try to drop it too, but you were just a tiny bit late on the league, and so it allowed me to swoop in there. But yeah,
it's fine.
I
I got third place. The league is 7 people, so
you don't have to pay, which is good.
Yeah, but as to John's point, he won, and now the question: what's the game?
It's
because the rule is the winner of the league has to buy with his winnings. He gets a game.
Yes, it must be used towards the purchase of video games. It's one of 2. I think I've narrowed it down to 2, unless there's something early in the year. Maybe we get some Game Award announcement that like drops in, like Hades 2. But it's probably either Requiem or Dispatch. It's probably the 2. Is what I would think. Yeah, I wanted those 2, I think.
Okay. Good choices.
Thanks.
But yeah, that's all I really got to say on Cosmic Invasion and the league.
Good. All right.
Yeah. Disappointing all around.
Yeah.
All right. So that is it. Those are the 3 things we brought today. I mean, teases. Next episode, man.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to cut topics probably just based on everything.
Oh no, it'll just be the Game Awards.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have. Yeah. No, it'll just be the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, I thought you meant like teases for the following episode.
Yeah. If you got more. Go
ahead.
ahead.
I'm on chapter 6 of 10 on 1,000. I learned it's 1,000 times resist is the official way to say the name, which is it's just stupid, but the game's great. Really, really digging it. I'm at a point in the story where things are shifting around a little bit, and I'm not totally sure if I'm going to enjoy the back half as much as the first half, but I think I will. It's really fantastically done. If you're into, it's a little more artsy. It's gonna not be everybody's jam. I don't know if I'm ready to recommend it to Nick or not. We'll see how the final story lands, but it's fantastic if you're a fan of narrative games, and so I'll probably hopefully have full thoughts on that.
Yeah, and John getting into a narrative game is a big deal, so that it'll be exciting to hear his thoughts on her next proper episode. But also, it teases PlayStation Plus wrap up is out.
Yes.
So if you game a lot on your PlayStation, expect an email from me because I'm going to be asking for your stats, and then we're going to compare against everyone who listens to the show and writes in, and see who's got.
This is a fantastic time. If you are one of those listeners that's just never wrote and just want to say hi, just say hi. Show us your stats and tell us where you're from. Great time to introduce yourselves to us as well.
Yep. Wrapup.playstation.com, and it'll give you your top 5 games of the year, total hours, platinums, the whole 9, and yeah, we'll compare against each other. But yeah, that's exciting.
Get to listen to Nick bitch at me and be like, "Oh, I thought you'd never have time to play games, John." I go,
Spoiler alert: he's already got more hours than me this year again.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of it. I mean, again, we'll be on the other side of the Game Awards, so expect next episode to us to go through all the world premieres, all the winners. Call it a now. Expect Expedition 33 to clean house.
Yep.
But I think the world premieres will have something for everybody as usual, and we will be excited to talk about it and discuss it with you. Oh my God.
Huzzah.
Yeah. All right.
Don't let us down, Jeff. Don't let us down. Or I'll kill myself.
I just want one time, I want to hear you cry because you're so excited. John doesn't get excited about a lot of things. Hades 2 was it.
Hades 2 was it.
That outside of like a Neon White 2, I don't.
I mean, this is like a legitimate statement. I'm sure there's more you can figure out, but like, It's 3 games, man. There are 3 games that
Yeah,
could get me to
yeah.
the squeal. It would be Nier Automata 2, Bloodborne 2, and Neon White 2. Those would be the 3 that would give me the squeal. Like in next God of War, sure, it'd be great, but
We didn't predict that. No
Oh,
one
yeah.
predicted the 2D God of War.
I did. It's right here. 2D God of No, I didn't.
The 2D God of War that has been rumored for a minute, we've talked about in this show. Hey, maybe it's there.
Yeah.
I think that'd be enough for you.
Oh, I'd be ecstatic. I don't know if it's squeal worthy, but it'd be up there.
Yeah,
It'd be good.
The art style is what I got to see first before I
Right.
get any kind of
Who's
more
making
to-
it?
Yes.
Some information needed.
Yeah, yes, but yeah. All right.
Elden Ring 2. Probably squeal.
Sweet. All right. Well, that's it. We'll be back next week on the other side of the Game Awards, and we'll be talking everything as we mentioned. How correct were we on our predictions? Write in. Let us know how you feel about the Game Awards after it airs. We'd love to hear from you. Again, that email address is betweenthejoysticks@gmail.com. Until next week, we will be back. We love you. Take care of yourself. Bye.
Toodaloo.